Every time I write, all I can think about is you. You influence my every move I do. I think about all the things I do. I think about all the things I do. I thought it would've made for a good memory, maybe a conversation for later. It never led to that. I thought this would make for a good memory, maybe a conversation for later. I thought this would've made for a good memory, maybe a good conversation for later. Now every time I write, now every time I write, 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 and every time I write, all I can think about is you. Every time I thought that's what it made for a good memory. Every time I write, maybe a conversation for later. Every time I write, and every time I write, every time I write. Every time I write, every time I write, now every time I write, all I can think about is I graduated high school, started stealing and sunk in a pool. 3 years behind me there was you. I would sneak you out a little after 2. We danced and did everything could in my room. You said with you, I don't dread the hour to noon. We questioned the difference in our age and excuse it cause it's legal in this state. I really wish I could take back that day. And every time I write, it's all inspired by you. You influence my every move I do. I think about what I put you through. You were lonely and I just left. You say it's okay, but to me that doesn't do. That night I tried hanging myself in my room. All I could think about was you. Not you, I feel like I've done something wrong. Well yeah, I've stolen all that shit, but something about this is different. I wish I was man enough to say I don't like the difference in the age and I'm not with it. And you said that you loved me. We looked at each other's bodies. I saw the cuts all over you. I told you why both of my eyes were bruised. Now I'm getting a gray area on this one. I want to fade to black and I don't want to come back. I regret what I do every time I look back. I want to fade to black and I don't want to come back. I regret what I do every time I look back. I'm sorry I ever spoke to you.